Guys up here on stage next say that their goal is to take their music seriously and have fun doing it. And that's what they've been doing in their hometown of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Please welcome the Thorpe McKenzie Band.
Thank you, man. Hello, stranger. You remind me of Mattie Mae. If you ever need help, you call upon me right away. Now, Mattie Mae ain't good looking. Her hips are kind of wide. She no great big woman, but she sure got a style. Hello, baby. You remind me of Mattie Mae. If you ever need help, you call upon me right away. Something to look at just to help us through this old world. Hello, baby. You remind me of Mattie Mae. If you ever need help, you call upon me right away. You know, it's a mystery why she hadn't called me already. Jimmy D. When Mattie Mae says she love you, you know that she don't lie. She takes good care of your brother. She ain't gonna fuss and fight. Hello, sugar. Remind me of Miss Mattie Mae. If you ever need help, you call upon me night or day. If you ever need help, you call upon me. Anyway. Boy Warren from 1937, and now we're going to go down into the swamps of Louisiana, where in 1967 a man had a tune that charted top of the pops. It's probably the first rock and roll song that ever talked about smoking anything other than tobacco. Always down Cajun Lane, folks got something going, go something like a hayful get you to the sea. I want to tie from a chain gang. I'm gonna take the golly Miss Molly. Everything copacetic now. So look at you. What I'd like to do to you, girl, you old bugaboo, you. You old you, little girl, get hip to the cogitation of weed. Sisters on a trip, your mother not here. A little girl, you're looking okay, okay. You old fool, you little girl, get hip to the cogitation of the weed. I don't know about your Buddha, I don't know about your I don't know about your Buddha. I talk about your weed. I talk about your Buddha. I talk about your weed. From the Louisiana swamps to Macomb, Mississippi, and the late, great Elias McDaniel, who traveled north to Chicago and formed a band, probably the only rock and roll band to ever have a maracas player in it. And his name was Jerome Green. And after several shows, Jerome noticed that Bo Diddley was getting more women to come home with him than Jerome was getting. Hence, we have a national treasure. And it goes something like this. Well, tell me, baby, what's been wrong with you? How come you don't treat me like you used to do? Well, yeah, you told me that you do me no wrong, but I come to find, baby, yeah, then what's going on? Now listen here, pretty baby, this mess I cannot stand. All the other women say that you got another man, so bring it on home. Bring it to Jerome. Bring it on home. Bring it to Jerome. Every day I work, bringing home my pay, but I come to find, baby, giving my money away. Well, tell me, baby, what you trying to do? You ain't seen me humming around here like I used to do. Now listen here, pretty baby, this mess I cannot stand. Woo! All the other women say that you got another man, so bring it on home.
Thorpe McKenzie Band. Thorpe McKenzie.
The first time. Mike, can I have a mic? Can I have a mic? Hello? Turn on, please. Hello? I can't get any.
Check. Oh, here you go.
Hello?
Okay.
The first time I heard Jim Lauderdale was in my friend Alex Porter's apartment in Manhattan. And I thought to myself, well, I can never be as good a singer or a writer as he is, but I can sure get one of them fancy suits like he had on.
Thorpe McKenzie. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. It's great tonight.
The songs you did came from pretty far back.
Yep.
And not your standard barroom blues fare. What's your record collection like, and when did you start to really get into, music as early as the 30s and the Deep South?
Well, I actually went back and discovered that a lot of people today don't know the real rock and blues songs from the 30s and 40s. And then there have been some folks that have covered these things. Certainly the North Mississippi All-Stars have done great justice to Ariel Burnside, but he's more of a modern North Mississippi hill country blues guy. So we went back and found songs by artists such as Petey Wheatstraw and Baby Boy Warren, which is the first song we played tonight. Barbecue Bob, have you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I've heard of him.
All right.
I can't.
So anyway,
I can't tell you chapter and
we're
verse.
covering those in a modern way, trying to pep them up so that people can dance to them.
Is this an interest? You grew up in Chattanooga. We're going to talk about that. Is this an interest that goes back to your teens and 20s? I mean, when did you really get started on this fascination?
I realized actually later than that. I heard the music then. We heard some of that music, but it was kind of hard to come by. We didn't hear Howlin' Wolf on the radio in Chattanooga. As I've told a lot of people, I can't remember the first day I heard the Beatles or the Rolling Stones, but I can remember in the 1980s or 90s, the first time I heard Howlin' Wolf, and it really changed my life.
I was thinking you might have gotten the WLAC broadcasts from Nashville.
Nope.
As a young guy in Chattanooga.
No, we didn't. We just had the Grand Ole Opry. That's all we could.
Right.
And I love that too.
What was the musical culture of Chattanooga? What is it? Tell us. What's your pitch on that area?
It's a fabulous. It runs the spectrum from the mountains, which is the high bluegrass, the high folk music, down to the river into the city, which is we have country, and then we have the urban blues and the R&B. It was fabulous. We had bands and vocal groups from Chattanooga, such as the Inclines, which never made it big, but were fabulously informative as far as I was concerned. I went to hear them every time I could.
Sometimes those local bands, when you're growing up, those local bands have a bigger influence on you, and you get to see them play. You can see them from 10 feet away.
Absolutely.
See them sweat. See it, really feel. Now,
by the way, a 45 by the Inclines from Chattanooga is a 500 British pound item on eBay in the UK, which is kind of cool.
Nice. So your career has not been in music, it's been in finance and investing. And I'm always interested in people who pursue music and keep it going, sometimes more and sometimes less, through another living.
Right.
So, when it is a hobby.
Right.
Tell us about the phases of your life when it was big and the phases when you had to set it aside and then when you got to go back to it.
Well, I had to set it aside, to make a living from age 20 to age 50.
Wow.
But then since then, I've been able to really focus on it, and I never dreamed that I would have such a talented group of guys to play with and just hang out.
Well, when did you make the decision to go back and lead a band and really bring that music and performing into your life?
Only 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow. Was that a relief? Was it like, hallelujah, my God?
Actually, it was. To be honest with you, you're exactly right.
Yeah. And you are also a collector of guitars, and there were two, phenomenal, interesting instruments on your arm tonight.
Right.
But you've been a serious collector. Talk about that.
I just, I realized that there were a few things that the U.S. did right in the 50s, One of them was the solid body electric guitar, which came about in the early 50s and late 40s with Fender and Gibson, and I've just had a lot of fun going around and trying to find original vintage guitars from 1950 to 1968 or so. And we are actually going to open a museum in Chattanooga in the summer of this year,
really?
and have I don't know, it's kind of a strange place probably for a. It's called the American Axe Museum.
Okay. Well, that's a really exciting prospect.
Yeah.
And have you seen the exhibit at the Tennessee State Museum here in Nashville?
I did. I
there is a
certainly
fantastic guitar exhibit with a few days, maybe a few days left. It may be gone.
It's already closed.
It's already closed at the end of the year. Oh, it was really something else. How would you describe what you get, the feeling when you hold a really well-made instrument from that era?
There's a fabulous thing. I mean, Buddy Guy said, with vintage electric guitars, they got them right the first time. Okay, the very first Telecaster, the very first Stratocaster, the very first, well, not quite, but nearly the very first Les Paul guitar were fabulous, and they've never been able to improve on.
Isn't that something?
It really is.
It's pretty
cool.
weird when you think about it.
It really is.
And the best microphones are from the 40s and 50s, too.
There you go.
Thornton McKenzie, it's great to meet you and great to have you on our show.
Thank you all.
Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you so much.
Thornton McKenzie, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you all.
Go visit him in Chattanooga.